Hello, I'm back again with another card. This one will be super simple, clean and simple, and white on white, well, almost. So the cunning plan is to use this little panel that I'd cut out from these, well, it was this die out of this set, which is from Global Land on Amazon. It's called Postage Stamp Frame Cutting Dies. I'll put it won't be a link, but I'll name it down below. I haven't worked out how to do links yet. And then I'm going to use some snowflakes from cut from this panel from the Merry Christmas die set from Creative Craft Products. I don't think these are available anymore, I'm afraid, but any snowflakes will do. And when I found my Christmas resources, finally, I found little tiny word dies that say Snowflake Wishes, which I thought would be very appropriate for what we're going to do. I've done various layers, so I'll come back to that. But I don't know how many layers I'm going to need because it depends how I set this out on my card. I actually thought that I will use my A6 card blank and not use a separate panel because this will act as its own little panel today. So I think that's how I'm going to set this out. Once I'm happy it works well. So first job is a bit of twinkle. So I'm just going to twinkle my, let's get a bit of twinkle going. Probably needs a bit of a, and I'm just going to cover those in prettiness. So they're all the same. You could do different snowflakes, you could do different things, you know, you could do Christmas stockings, whatever you wanted. You could use colour, but I do like a bit of white on white at Christmas time, especially when it's got a bit of twinkle. Right, so that's that bit done. Easy. Let those dry. Put them out of the way. Now, because I've already cut my panel, I'm going to put snowflake, snowflake, snowflake. And then I want Snowflake Wishes, which I have done in gold, hence the not entirely white on white. I'm going to layer them up. I haven't taken the wishes out because otherwise I'll lose the tittle for the eye. But I'm not going to layer them just yet because I want to just see how I want it set out, because I'm going to put foam tape behind this. So I've got a bit of sticky tape stuck to me, sorry. Doesn't want to go. There we are. So I'm going to stick my little snowflakes straight on there because they should have dried now. And I'm actually just going to put a spot of glue in the middle. So, next one. And that one. That's it. Then I also decided, whilst we were sparkling things, that actually I'll put a little sparkle in the middle of each snowflake. So these are 3mm. Let's just go for a little sticky. By not gluing down the arms of the snowflake, are they arms? Don't know. They are now. Then it means that they're got a bit of movement to them and a bit of dimension to them. There we are. So added sparkle. And one panel. Let's get those out of the way. I'm going to do some foam tape, which I think I've got to the side here. Yes, I have. So without squishing those too much, let's see how this is going to work. Sticky scissors. I think I'm just going to kind of do each... Ooh, get the sticky scissors open, they're so sticky. I think I'll do it like that. Oh, am I in short? Yes. Sorry, I just have to stand up. Oh, wrong bit. I think that's a little bit long. There we are. I'm going to carry on doing that without boring you, and I will take the sticky bits off and then come back to you. Okay, I'm back again. I have put my foam tape on the back. I haven't taken the backing off yet because I wanted to just see how this would all work. So snowflake, I think I want that to sit on the card and come off it. And then wishes, I think I'm going to put down below. I've actually got a white one that's not in this. So I could have done white on white, but I do love a bit of gold. So I think I'm going to go snowflake wishes like that, which means that I don't need the extra height on this end of the snowflake. So I'm going to layer up my layers and then I'll cut some off. So I will come back before I stick anything on, but when I've done the boring layering bit. Okay, I'm back with my little panel. I've taken the sticky off the back, so I'm just going to put some glue stick. I just use a Pritt stick, but any glue stick will do the trick. And get that stuck on my card. Just trying to make sure I've got it level. Which is the advantage of using the glue stick, so that you've got a bit of manoeuvrability before it all sticks down. There we are. Okay, so little snowflakes are all stuck on with their sparkly centres, and I've stacked wishes up, and I've actually, in order to, so they marry up in height, because I'm going to overlap that one, I've actually put 3 layers of white underneath. So that's like, oopsie, that's like that. And I've got an O flakes because I've cut off the SN. So that will go on there and should then be about the right height. And then, well, if any of you seen my previous white wonky Christmas tree video, you'll know that I had a lot of trouble with the berries. And so I think I gave a few people heart attacks and a few people giggles. So I was laughing to myself as I was stacking up the eyes and thinking, oh dear, you're all going to give me so much advice about how I should have done it a much better way. And all your ways are so much better than mine. But anyway, I'm going to try it. So bear with me while I try and stick this eye on top of that. I've got to, I'm so sorry, but I've got to get my head in the way so I can see what I'm doing. I think I've got it in the right place. And then I guess to push it through, and I'm hoping, actually, I'm not going to push it through. I'm going to leave it there. Sorry, I'm not in view. So I've got my, don't know if you can see, I've got them stacked up. Not very well, but I've got them stacked up. If they look terrible, believe me, I will do something different. I have got a little tiny sparkle if necessary, but I thought I'd give it a try and we'll see how we get on. So, and you could all have a little laugh along with me. being ridiculous yet again with tiny little bits that you'll all say you should be doing something else. I don't know why I do it to myself, but I do. Maybe it just amuses me to do these silly things. Okay, so let's get snowflake, the actual snowflake, on top of the O-flake. And line that up. Just lifting it up so I can see what I'm doing. It's actually quite a stack going on here. And I think I might need to use my brush just to have a bit of a go at some of those wispy bits. Those hairs of card that do stick. But the toothbrush does really help. There we are, that's better. Right, so snowflake there and wishes there. Yeah, I think that's good. I'll worry about the eye in a minute. So let's get that stuck down. I've got my glasses on today. I've got varifocals, which are largely good. I'm actually short-sighted, so when my short-sightedness is corrected, now that I'm rather old, it now then affects my close-up vision. So I either have to struggle along with the varifocals, which are reasonable, but my close vision is brilliant on its own without any glasses on. So sometimes I just take my glasses off and I can see best that way without. Move that one out of the way and I can just, there we are. So most people think it's weird that I take my glasses off for vision, but I'm sure some of you will have the same thing. If I'm wearing contact lenses, again, they correct my long, you know, to see long distance, but I then have to put reading glasses on to see up close, so there's no real answer to it all. There we are, snowflake wishes. Right, now then, moment of truth with the eye. That's glue has settled a bit, so I'm just going to push it out. I don't know whether I dare even breathe. Right, where's the eye going? Up there. There's the dot of glue. There's the dot of the eye. Now, it's just a question of whether my tweezers will actually release it or whether they're just covered in glue now. I think it's on sideways. Sorry. These varifocals. Oh, it is on sideways. Oh my goodness. God, you're all going to stop watching me saying she's such a ridiculous woman. Can't watch this anymore. There it is. Oh, yes. Don't breathe, anybody. I've done it. Right, so another card complete with ridiculous silly bit, but it does actually fit and it works. So I'm kind of happy. So hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching and bearing with my silliness, and have a lovely day, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.